morning, John, Old Man Dashing here. Today we're going to do a little bit of a DoorDash drive-along. My Thursday DoorDash drive-along. Finished my Uber Eats challenge on Tuesday. Took yesterday off. I had promised my daughter I'd go get her a new phone, so I did. Today, it's just a nice day in the mountains. Hey, I noticed something new on the sign-in page. I used to always sign in with my email address and a password. Now, I can just hit sign in, and it doesn't ask me for my password. I don't know when that started. I'm gonna say, you know, last week it wasn't that way, but this week it is, so I don't know the answer of when it started, because this is the first day I'm DoorDashing. Well, not really, I did DoorDash on Monday, so sometime after Monday it changed. Anyway, gonna drive down to our little cluster of restaurants and see what we got going on. Oh, I forgot, there's a $1 incentive, a $1 bonus pay till 9:40. It's 9:03, so hopefully I'll get at least one order with a $1 incentive. All right, driving down. Okay, got myself my first order. Really not the best order, but I was right by Dunkin' Donuts. And up here, this is the Dunkin' Donuts that's up here in Hawley, not the one down in Honesdale. I haven't had an order from them in a while, but anyway, I got it picked up already. It's $13.05, I believe, going. It said 12.6 miles, but it's not. There's a shorter. Whoa, deer! Whole bunch of deer. Stay there. Sorry about that. It's the perils of living in the mountain. Deer everywhere. Anyway, $13.05. It said 12.6 miles, but there's a shorter way to go than GPS was going to take me. Because once I went the way I knew was shorter, it was only 10.5 miles. So anyway, let's do it. Okay, got that order delivered. Was $13.05. Had a base pay of $7.80. $1 peak pay, and a $4.25 tip. Anyway, driving back down to where our restaurants are, and hopefully I'll get something along the way. If not, it is what it is. Well, DoorDash isn't playing nice today. I drove all the way back down to the restaurants, parked, and as soon as I parked, there was two other DoorDashers there, both platinum drivers just like me. I don't know how today's gonna go, but anyway, I got a Wendy's order. Definitely not the greatest. $4, 4 miles, I don't know. We were all just sitting around doing nothing, so I took it. You know, it's just something to do. Anyway, got my order in the hot bag, picked it up already, know exactly where it's going, and gonna go drop it off, and then hopefully things will get better. Let's do it. Got that order delivered. Was $3 base pay, $1 tip. All done. Heading back to my restaurants. You know, I know you guys look at some of the orders that I take, and you know, you probably think I'm crazy, but this is just the nature up here. You know, this isn't a big city. It's a, you know, all the restaurants are clustered in one area. The dashing zone is huge. It's the entire county. It stretches from where we sit to northern Wayne County to the New York border. It even goes into the next county to the east of us, which would be Pike County. I mean, the dashing area is just huge, and we don't have many opportunities available to us up here. I know somebody said Postmate, but they're not here. We don't get catering orders. I've been signed up and active on Deliver That for I couldn't tell you how long. I have never gotten a catering order from them. There's just nothing that goes on here. It's just basically, you know, small little orders. Sometimes they're good and sometimes they're like these. So you start doing what I'm doing now, playing catch up, and hoping for bigger orders, or better paying orders, I should say, to make up for the small bad ones that we have to take. There's just nothing to do here. Like I did say when I said I had this order, there was 3 of us sitting there, and I know we're all platinum dashers, because we sit there and we talk to each other when we're doing nothing. But anyway, that's done. Enough rambling. There's a horse in front of me. I have to figure out how to get videos out of my dash cam to show you some of these things I see while I'm driving around. Anyway, back to the cluster of restaurants I go. Well, after about 15 minutes of waiting, I finally got another order. Dunkin' Donuts, $6.11, going 3.9 miles. Anyway, let's do it. Got my Dunkin' Donuts order in the car, got it in my hot bag here. It's 4 miles away. It's going to the eye doctor place up on the main road, so it's not that bad. Anyway, let's do it. Got my Dunkin' Donuts order dropped off. $3 base pay, $3.11 tip. They're nice people there. I've delivered to them quite a few times, and they're always so pleasant. Anyway, that's done. Back to the little cluster of restaurants I go. Let's hope this wait isn't as long as the last one. Okay, got my McDonald's order picked up. It's in the hot bag. I had a little fun with the girl in there. She didn't know that when they print the receipt to put on the DoorDash bag, it actually marks the order as ready. And I get a text message that the order's ready. She's like, how did I do that? I go, by printing the receipt. She goes, oh my God, I didn't know that. That's cool. She giggled, I giggled, and we had a little fun on a slow day. Anyway, got 2.9 miles to deliver this, and let's do it. McDonald's order's delivered. That was nice. That was actually, oh, I got an add-on. That was actually nice. It was $3 base pay, $8 tip for 3.6 miles. And currently I have a Wendy's order for $7 for 6 miles, but I was 3 miles away. And I just got a Dunkin' Donuts add-on for $6.60 plus. The total will be higher for Dunkin' Donuts.
Continue for 1 mile.
So let's do it. Okay, got both my orders picked up. Surprisingly, they were both ready. Also surprisingly, I got the Dunkin' Donuts order second, and it was my first pickup. So I picked up Dunkin' Donuts and went across the street to Wendy's. Now I'm off to deliver the Dunkin' Donuts order. All right, let's do it.
400 feet.
Okay, got both those orders dropped off. Not really sure how much the plus was. It didn't show it to me. It didn't even show me a payout for the order. But the second one, the Wendy's order, was $7. It was $3 base pay and a $4 customer tip. And while I was sitting talking to the people in the store, because they didn't realize DoorDash was here, I got another order for TikToks. I have not been to TikToks ever in my life. I've heard about it. I know where it is. Everybody talks about it, but I've never eaten there, never been there, never picked up an order from there. So let's do it. Okay, got my TikTok order. Yeah, it is TikToks. I thought it was thinking of the website. Anyway, got my TikToks order picked up, and almost missed my turn. It was $6.75 for 3.6 miles plus. So we'll see how much it is. While there, I also got another TikToks order while I was waiting. That was $6.60, I believe, for an extra half a mile. So we'll see how this works out. They were both pluses. I didn't get a picture of the second one. I kind of got scared by it going off because I wasn't expecting it. Kind of startled me. Anyway, let's get these orders delivered. Let's do it. Okay, got my 2 TikTok orders. TikTok's orders delivered. Wow. And I want to say that restaurant, TikTok's, has existed longer than TikTok. It's been there for years and years. 30 years. I've lived up here 30 years. That restaurant's been there plus. But anyway, they're both delivered. And again, on the stacked order, I didn't get the first breakdown. I did get it on the second one, but I have no idea what it was. Now I have a McDonald's order that I'm still 2.5 miles from for $7 or $7.75. Yeah, I'll look. Hold on.
Continue for
Because I apparently have no memory anymore. That's what happens when you get old, guys. You forget. I literally just looked at it. Alright, $7.75 for 5.5 miles, but I was 2.5 miles away. It's only coming back down into the local town area. But anyway, let's do it. Got my McDonald's order picked up. Turned down a Dunkin' Donuts order for $13.70 for 17 miles going to New York. Wanted nothing to do with that. Anyway, this is going to be my last order. It's almost 1 o'clock. It's 12:45. We'll see how I did for the day after I drop this order off. All right, let's do it. Well, that McDonald's order is delivered. That was $7.75 total, $3 base pay, $4.75 tip. And you know, I forgot to say, on the second TikTok order that I got and delivered, I actually got a $5 cash tip. I put it in my pocket and kept meaning to mention it and kept forgetting. So anyway, I did 9 orders today for $77.13, plus my $5 is $82.13 in 3 hours and 58 minutes, or 4 hours. 20 bucks an hour. 20 bucks an hour for this area is actually a good day. Considering it's not nighttime. But anyway, that takes care of this for today. You guys all stay safe, make that money, and we'll see you next time. Old man dashing out. See ya. Good morning, Old man dashing here. Well, I'm down in Honesdale. Got my DoorDash app on. Already declined my first order going to New York, $12.55 for 14 miles. I am not doing New York orders anymore. And after I declined that one, I got a McDonald's order. Not the greatest, but it's a good way to start. What was that? $7.03 for 6.6 miles. Better than the New York order. We have a $1 bonus till 9:30, so it's almost 9:30 anyway. But anyway, let me go pick up my McDonald's order, and I'll be back when we're done. Let's do it. Okay, got my McDonald's order picked up. Got it over here in my hot bag. It's gonna just go up 652 here to Beach Lake, but yeah, it's better than that New York order. I really despise New York orders. The only problem with them is, other than the pay being, out of whack, you're not getting an order coming back. I mean, you're literally going to drive that whole, 14, 15, 16 miles back until you get back down here to this area to get another order. So, I'm kind of done with New York orders. The other guys can do them if they want. Anyway, like I said, have it in the hot bag, off I go. Let's do it. Got my McDonald's order delivered. Now I'm just heading on back down to our little cluster of restaurants. Hi, that was $7.03 total. It was $2.75 base pay, $1 peak pay, and $3.28 for a tip. I know, not the greatest, but you know what? At least I got my morning started and I didn't go to New York. Alright, let's drive back to the restaurants and see what else we can get. Well, driving back to the restaurants, I got a stacked order. It was 10 something for 8.5 miles. But I was still 4 miles away from Dunkin' Donuts, or 3 miles away from Dunkin' Donuts, and another 3 miles away from Laura's Kitchen, where the other order is. So they must all be going down into, I got a message about something. They must all be going down into, into town. Anyway, I'm driving to Dunkin' Donuts now. Then the second pickup is down on Main Street, and then we'll get them delivered. Let's do it. Got my 2 orders picked up, no issues. First one's going about half a mile away. I haven't delivered to Julie in a long time. Anyway, the text message was from Julie. She wanted me to make sure they put ketchup packets in with her food, so I made sure of that. Anyway, off to deliver I go. Okay, got both my orders delivered. One was a little tough. It was a tough driveway, but I managed it. And she was very nice. She met me outside. She came to the door, and then after I left, she added a $5 tip, an extra $5 tip. So that was very nice of her. All right, back to my little cluster of restaurants I go. All right, I picked up an order that's it's a little bit upside down. This is the second time I've had this order that it's done this. It's going to the veterinarian office back in Honesdale from Dunkin' Donuts, but for whatever reason, Dunkin' Donuts is giving the order to the Dunkin' Donuts up in Hawley, which is like 8 miles away, and then 8 miles back. So I have to see what happens. I'll ask her when I get there if she's, if she has the wrong store set up on her phone. Because she normally orders from this Dunkin' Donuts, so I'm not really sure what the problem is. But she's a good customer. Last time I did this for her, she actually gave me a $10 tip, a $10 cash tip. So fingers crossed, let's do it. Got my Dunkin' Donuts order picked up. Know exactly where it's going, like I said earlier. So I'm gonna go drop it off, and then I'll be back down in Honesdale, right where we dashed. So hopefully I'll get something else down there. All right, let's do it. Dunkin' Donuts order delivered. Got myself a $5 cash tip. A little bit of confusion, and it was totally my fault because I didn't read the complete delivery directions. When I went in, I asked for the person whose name was on the order, because that's who normally orders. I mean, the people in there, they're different names, different accounts, but I've never had to deliver it to somebody who ordered it for somebody in there. So they had no idea who this person was that I was looking for. So I texted the customer who placed the order, and they would just like leave it at the front desk with the girl's name. And I was like, okay. And when I said that, they were like, oh, okay. But anyway, enough of that. Got another order. The Turkey Hill, $4.75 for 4 miles, I think it was. I think it's going to be an early day today because these orders just aren't making sense. Anyway, let's do it. Okay, my day's done. I've had it. It's almost 12:30, but I'm not driving back down to Honesdale. I'm pretty much almost home from the last order I did. So, to summarize the day, I had 6 orders for $64.93. I also had a $10 cash tip, so that brought me up to $74.93 for 3.5 hours. I'll take it. It's almost as good as yesterday if I had stayed a little bit longer, but I took this last order just because I knew it was coming up by my house. Anyway, you guys have a nice weekend. Stay safe out there. Make that money. And we'll see you next time. Old Man Dashing out. See ya!